So the Phoenix Suns are not doing too great. It is currently January 10th. As you can see when I'm recording this, they are 17-19, which is good enough for the 12th spot in the Western Conference. Bradley Beal has been benched. So this is obviously, I guess, not accurate in 2K. Him and Nurkic have been benched. He's actually not even having that bad of a season. I have seen some games he's looked really bad, but as you can see here overall, I think you guys can see that he's actually not having a bad season. So don't know why they'd want to trade him, maybe to get the vibes up, which if we go over to Chrome here, so this was a report that he would waive his no trade clause for the Lakers, Heat, or Nuggets. So spoiler alert, we're going to be looking at those teams to do a trade in this rebuild for them. But if we go back here, you can see in this recent video, ain't no way Bradley Beal ain't gone by the trade deadline. Look at this, they're literally not putting him in the huddle. He's just kind of doing his own thing, walking around the huddle, and the vibes just do not look good. So yeah, Bradley Beal gonna be the main trade piece of this video. I think what we're gonna do here, year one, which is gonna be this season that we're doing, we trade Beal to either Nuggets, Heat, or Lakers. And if we don't make a deep playoff run, then we just blow it up, get rid of KD, get rid of Booker, and try to get our draft capital back that the Suns completely diminished and got rid of to get this team together that can't even make it into a playoff spot. I know Jimmy Butler is like the main topic of discussion right now to go to the Suns, but the Heat did say they don't want to take on Bradley Beal's like remaining contract money. So in real life, there would have to be a 3-team trade to make that happen. There's also been rumors that the Nuggets were looking to trade Michael Porter for Jimmy Butler, but I don't think Jimmy would actually fit well in the Nuggets. I feel like a player like Beal would fit better on the Nuggets because he can stretch the floor better than Jimmy, and it works better with Jokic being able to dominate the post like he does and then kick it out to Beal, who can have a higher percentage of hitting those shots, versus Jimmy, who is, I don't think, a very good catch and shoot 3-point scorer. Actually, I just looked it up. If we look at StatMuse over here, Jimmy's actually top 10 in the league on catch and shoot threes according to StatMuse, but Beal is higher than him at 39%, so about 1.5% or a bit over 1.5% better than Jimmy at catch and shoot threes. So there you go. Beal is better at it, which is why you'd want him over Jimmy. For us though, you get a guy who doesn't need the ball in his hands to be at like the best of his game. Michael Porter Jr. is like mainly a catch and shoot 3-point scorer. He's really good on the cuts or drives, so he can be that for like maybe he does pick and rolls with Booker or something, or is just a bigger body out there to make their offense more whole instead of having to run lineups of Tyus Jones, Booker, and Beal, who are all three guys that I think are under 6'6". Yeah, Beal's 6'4". So you get another big body there who can also stretch the floor. Yeah, I feel like the trade makes sense for both teams. If we have to throw on a pick, I will do it, but we are taking back Dario's contract here, which is also, I think, a player option. Yeah, so we have to take on that money, and he's pretty much a useless player. Like, he's not going to play at all for us. I don't think he's really playing for them. So yeah, let's see if they just agree to this. If not, we will throw on a pick or two if we have to. They do not agree. So we're going to throw on our literal last first round pick that we have to trade Bradley Beal and get Michael Porter Jr. on this roster. I would be shocked if they don't agree to this. They do agree. Now, one last trade before we sim this first season and see if we can turn it around. Nurkic is also not playing well and killing the vibes in Phoenix. The Raptors are a team that's looking to keep tanking and get hopefully a top 3 pick. So they do not need guys like Chris Boucher and Kelly Olynyk to help them get better. We could really use the big man depth, upgrading Nurkic to either Boucher at the 5 or even Kelly at the 5. I'd rather have over Nurkic, and maybe put Boucher at the 4 because what's his name? Bol is not having a very good season stretching the floor, and Boucher is doing better. I actually watched their game the other night. I can't remember who they were playing. I don't know why, but he was going crazy. He shot like 4 for 5 or 4 for 6 from 3. I know some Suns fans would not be happy about trading Iguodala, He's also been pretty solid in the minutes he's gotten, but like, we're trying to win right now. We don't really care about bringing up any of this young talent or holding on to any future assets right now. So we're gonna do this trade with them. They're gonna agree to it, and they do agree. This is gonna be our new 10-man lineup. We're gonna keep Tyus and Book at the 1 and 2. MPJ gonna slide into the 3. KD still at the 4, but Kelly is gonna start now, and we're gonna have a pretty much full lineup that can stretch the floor and not have anyone clogging the paint here, which is really solid. Boucher gonna be our new 6-man. Plumlee still as our backup center as the 7th man, but in the playoffs, I would probably take Plumlee out and just run 9 with Boucher being a hybrid power forward center. Grayson gonna be the 8th man, Ryan Dunn 9th man, and then Monte Morris the 10th man. We have a 4-star balanced system with these guys under Mike Budenholzer. Let's see if we can turn this season around, go from the 12th seed at least into a play-in spot. Ideally though, into a top 6 spot, which would probably be really hard. So I didn't realize Royce O'Neal was injured. I didn't even clock that. I don't do injuries in these videos because 2K's injuries are so frequent and like unrealistic that it's so hard to even adjust the settings to make it realistic, where every single like 2 days there isn't someone getting injured and you have to keep readjusting your lineups. So we're actually gonna put Royce at the 3 spot, and Ryan Dunn is gonna lose his spot in the rotation here. Because he's a young guy. Like I said, we're not worried about the young guys right now. We want to give ourselves the best chance to win. So yeah, unfortunately for Ryan Dunn, he's gonna slide out. Right now, he's having a decent season, but he's not stretching the floor nearly as good as Royce O'Neal. I hope you guys can see that, yeah. So yeah, definitely want Royce in here with these numbers over what we just saw from Ryan. So the first season's about to wrap. We improved 1 seeding to go from 12 to 11 and have above a 500 record. And this last game will literally decide if we get in or not. The Rockets have the exact same record as us, so I think if we win this final game, we are going to be in the play-in and they are going to be out of it. Damn, even the Clippers can even like, honestly, whoever wins their last game of the season is going to get in. Last game against the Kings here, so you guys can see that. If we win, we're probably in. If we lose, the KD era of the Suns and Booker era is over. We lose it. We do not make it into even the play-in after upgrading this roster on multiple fronts. That is crazy, man. Like, that the Suns are that far gone, that Booker and KD can't even drag them into a play-in spot. Absolutely insane. We do get Booker All-NBA 3rd team. He had a pretty solid, honestly, yeah, he had a really good season shooting wise. But I did tell you, if we didn't make at least a deep playoff run this year, everything is getting disintegrated and we are rebuilding literally from the start because we're gonna have to. So yeah, it looks like Houston won their last game, which got them into it over us. Extremely disappointing. I honestly thought that trade would get us there. I didn't see where the Nuggets end up. You have the same finals as last year. Damn, so the Nuggets were the 6th seed, but they lost by 1 game in game 7 to the Spurs, and Beal 1 for 6 in the elimination game, 0 for 2 from 3. That is not good for them. But yeah, you have Mavericks Celtics, and the Mavericks beat the Celtics this time. Luka averaging a 39-point triple-double to win the 2025 Finals MVP. We would have had the 2nd overall pick because of how bad the Suns were, but the Rockets get that pick. Man, the Suns are so cooked, bro. Like, obviously we'll probably be able to get good picks back for the next couple years by trading KD and Booker, but like, this would have been huge right now to get this pick. I might even try to trade them KD to actually get pick number 2 back. So this is what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna give them 1 year of Kevin Durant for pick number 2 and Dylan Brooks. Obviously, he would probably have to agree to re-sign and end his career there. So in this fantasy situation, that's what's gonna happen. They would give us, yeah, pick number 2, Dylan Brooks. It's the only trade we can do that would even make sense. Like getting Şengün for 1 year of KD, Jalen Green wouldn't make sense. All these other guys are expired. I'm not gonna take Jock Landale because that's just like a negative asset to have. And Reed Shepherd would probably progress after this player progression to be maybe even their starting point guard, and they let Freddie walk, whose team option or his option expire. I don't even know what I'm saying. His contract expired, but I'm pretty sure they have a team option so they could bring him back on that money, which they could even do if they're strapped on money in the free agency period and just keep Freddie for one more season because he does have championship experience. So yeah, let's see if they agree to this. I really hope they do. They do not agree to it, but they just want Josh Okogie, and they'll give me Jock Landale, the negative asset. But for this situation, I will agree to it. So Kevin Durant, Josh Okogie for pick 2, Dylan Brooks and Jock Landale in the 2025 offseason. This is the start of a new era in Phoenix, and they agree. Let's see if Cooper goes pick number 1 or if he falls to us at 2, which would be absolutely insane. But this draft is pretty stacked in the top 3, so I'd be good with whatever. The Raptors actually got pick number 1, so them trading us Boucher and Kelly Olynyk actually did work out for them. So let's see. Yeah, they do take Cooper Flag. Unfortunate for us, but like I said, it is a deep draft and we have multiple guys here we could go with who are really solid. I'm pretty much in between Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper, obviously. We are going to trade Devin Booker, so one of these guys could be either the starting shooting guard or small forward, even though, yeah, they're both tall enough to do that. They both have Michael Jordan Hall of Fame potential, but looking at their other stats here, Ace Bailey can stretch the floor better, and he has A+ potential coming in. Dylan Harper is not a good three-point scorer in the game coming in, and his potential is only a B-. So because of that, we're going to go with Ace Bailey with the 2nd overall pick in the 2025 draft. So Ace comes in at a 78, really solid for us. Dario Saric accepts his player option. He's not going to play for us though, so that doesn't matter. We're not going to bring back him. We are going to bring back Ty Washington. Maybe he'll progress in his player progression to be a good backup PG at like a mid 70s overall guy. Before we even get into this 2025 free agency, we're gonna look to do this final trade of our superstars, trading Devin Booker to the 76ers to get Jared McCain, coming off what he's shown as extremely high potential from his rookie season before he got injured, and we would take back way off P to make the money work. This is a great trade for them because they already get an All-NBA caliber player. He was just All-NBA this past season, to pair with Maxey, who's now All-NBA, and Embiid, who's All-NBA MVP type level. So this will be a true big 3 instead of what they got with Paul George, which was pretty much a big 2 and a guy they overpaid who is maybe like scoring like a 4th option. So yeah, we're gonna do this trade. I feel like it's good for both teams. We are restarting. We just had a 2nd overall pick and picked up Ace Bailey. We're gonna pair Jared McCain with him. Then we have Michael Porter to trade, get another young piece. Paul George, we have locked up for multiple years here, so he can just cook without any pressure, put up a bunch of points, raise his trade value again. Then we can look to trade him in a year or 2 after that. So yeah, we're gonna do this trade with them in the 2025 offseason, and they agreed. Last significant trade we're gonna do in the 2025 offseason is trading Michael Porter and Royce O'Neal to get Bub Carrington from the Wizards to potentially be our future point guard of the future now that Booker is gone and Tyus Jones is probably not gonna come back. We're also gonna take back a 1st for them. They're gonna get a solid guy to be their new small forward of right now and actually try to start winning games with Alex Sarr and Bilal Coulibaly. Then we're gonna give them a vet in Royce O'Neal, who's coming off an insanely efficient season from 3, who can help kind of shape those young guys into being more professional and taking things more seriously. So yeah, they'd still have Poole at the 1. They would put Bilal into the 2 here, Michael Porter at the 3. They could have Kuzma and Royce at the 4, even put Royce at the 3 if they don't want to give Keyshawn George minutes or move him, or even move Kuzma, and then they obviously have Sarr at the 5. So I feel like this is a pretty fair trade for both sides. Let's see if they agree to it. They do agree. So I actually didn't pick up anyone in free agency other than getting Ty back because we already have enough guys to fill up a full lineup, as well as the young guys I want to give minutes to. So here's our player progression. PG already regresses by 3 in only his 2nd year of this huge contract that we now have him under. So that is not good for our trade value for him if we want to move him at this trade deadline or next season. And then obviously these older guys start regressing more. But Ty goes up 2, so he's going to be the backup PG. Bub goes up 4, he's going to be the starting PG. Ryan Dunn going to be the backup 4. to Ace Bailey, even though he's a higher overall now. And Jared McCain goes up 4, so he's going to be really solid as our starting shooting guard. This is what our year 2 lineup is going to look like. We're going to have Bub, McCain, PG, Bailey, and Olynyk as our starting 5. Brooks the 6th man, Ty 7th man, Jock 8th man, Ryan Dunn 9th man, Grayson 10th man. I'm actually going to put Ty there, take maybe 1 minute away from Brooks and give that to Paul George. Maybe that'll help him put up more points and up his trade value. We are probably going to be very bad. I hope we're not that bad though, because I still don't think we have our pick this year. So either Houston or like Brooklyn or something is going to get another top pick. And this time around, we do not have the all NBA caliber player to trade for it back. So yeah, right now we're 6-17. Let's see where we end up. Second season is about to wrap, and I think we were the second or first worst team in the league. If we look down here, worst team in the West. Okay, no, the Wizards were worse than us, so unfortunate for them. They traded for Michael Porter Jr. Royce O'Neal did not help them. So that is not good because I don't think we have our pick. And we lose the last game. Luka gets MVP. We do get Rookie of the Year. There's at least a solid thing this season. Even though we don't have our pick, we're still progressing the young guys we do have. So nice to see that. Cooper Flag gets 6th player. He was also, oh wow, so Ace gets Rookie of the Year over Cooper, but they had Cooper as a 6th man. Doesn't really make sense to me there. Here's the other awards. We wouldn't have anyone there. Highly doubt we get anyone here on the Suns. Yeah, no. Any defensive guys? No. We do get Ace Bailey, and that is our only rookie. So yeah, we do not make it here. We're gonna sim quick through these playoffs. I am gonna look at the stats here though, because I think Paul George, when I checked the trade deadline, was shooting absolutely horrendously. We have the same finals matchup 3 years in a row, and the Mavericks win it back to back. Luka gets finals MVP once again. I do want to go over here and just look at some of these player stats. So McCain was good. Dylan Brooks was good. Paul George shot under 40% from the field, under 30% from 3 in the second year of this. What did he get? Like a max contract, 50+ million a year. This guy's down to an 81 overall shooting like that, man. That is so awful. Like I could say some really bad words right now, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and not say anything that would get me in trouble. All right, let's see how bad the damage is. 2026 draft lottery. We were projected to have the 2nd overall pick, but the Magic get it. Hopefully it drops so it doesn't feel as bad, and it actually went up to pick number 1. So we lose the 1st overall pick because we sold off KD, Booker, and everyone else pretty much because they couldn't even make it into the play-in, and their team that they even had resulted in the Rockets getting the 2nd overall pick anyways. I think it's time we fire Mike Budenholzer. He couldn't get it done with the star players he had, and he couldn't even help the young guys even get close to a playing spot, so we got to pick up someone else. So I gave offers to Hardy and JJ because I thought they'd both be good guys to bring up a young roster. JJ's not going to take it, so we're just going to agree with Hardy here and get him as our new head coach. OKC has still not made a finals appearance in this rebuild, which is really shocking because their team is usually OP in 2K. I mean, in real life, they're the number 1 seed. They just went on like, what, a 15-win record. They have the pick number 2, pick 3, and pick 6. I'm gonna see if they would give me pick number 3 to get Grayson Allen and Dylan Brooks, 2 guys coming off really solid years as role players and could help their bench or even starting lineup if they want to slide one of them in there significantly, because clearly that's the problem. Their star players are insanely good in Shea, Chet, and J-Dub, so clearly the role players are what's the problem. Yeah, you can see here, both Brooks and Grayson had great seasons. If they don't agree to this, like, I could throw on our pick, I guess, but that's really risking it if we're not good by then, which, I mean, that is the plan. So let's see if they agree to this. Grayson and Brooks for pick number 3. They do not agree. What if I just throw on a 2nd? Would that get it done for them? They still do not agree. So yeah, I'm gonna take a risk here. I feel like this pick is gonna be better than our pick by 2030. We're in 2026 right now. So by 2030, Ace Bailey should be better. Jared McCain should be like high 80s at least. Whoever we pick up here at pick number 3 should be way better. So I'm gonna throw in our pick there. They should definitely agree to this, and they do agree. So the positions I'm looking for here are either a small forward, a power forward, or a center. We're good at the 1 and 2 spot. The Magic draft Darren Peterson, which with what would have been our pick, so doesn't bother me. I didn't even want a shooting guard. Pick number 2, the Thunder take AJ DeBanza, so that sucks for us because I would have liked to take him. Now let's see our options at pick number 3. I think I got him in one of my recent rebuilds. It might have been the Timberwolves, blowing up the Timberwolves rebuild. But Cam Boozer's here, and he's honestly the best option. Like, he has Hall of Fame potential. He can even play the 5 for us if we want to do that, and keep Ace Bailey at the 4 spot, and then maybe look for a small forward in the off season. So yeah, we're gonna go with Cameron Boozer with pick number 3 in the 2026 draft. Okay, so I was just gonna look to see what I could get for Paul George, and I realized he's not on the team, and I think he retired. This guy, Paul George, did the Suns the biggest solid ever. He just came off a season where he shot less than 30% from 3, less than 40% from the field, as you can see right here. And he had 3 years left at $50+ million. But the haters cooked him so bad. I can't even see his previous contract, which was unfortunate. The haters cooked him so bad for this last season. Phoenix fans rioted, and he was like, you know what? I'm out of here. I've made enough money. Stop making fun of me. Stop like harassing me on social media. And he retired, which gives us a bunch of money here to now bring in a potentially star small forward to replace him and pair with this young Phoenix Suns roster. Before we do that though, I'm gonna try to free up as much money as possible. We're gonna move Jock Landale to the Mavericks, who have just won 2 in a row, made 3 straight finals appearances. Would rather have the bench depth instead of a young guy who's probably not gonna play for them. So we're gonna pick up this guy in a second to free up some money, and they obviously agree to that. So here's what free agency is looking like. Luka, probably not gonna happen yet. He's gonna go back to the Mavericks. They've made it to the finals, like I said, a bunch of times. Paolo, Magic are gonna match whatever he gets. We could bring KD back, but then yeah, the Rockets are gonna bring him back. That doesn't make what I said earlier realistic. So that's one option. Thunder gonna bring back Chet. J-Dub, he actually hasn't gotten an offer yet. So maybe we can snag J-Dub from the Thunder in free agency. That actually doesn't make sense though, because I just traded them the guys to be their bench. So our next best option is either go Triple J and move him to the 5, or go down here and make an offer for Walker Kessler, who could be our new power forward or our new center. And we'd have a Ace at the 3, and Cam Boozer would stay at the 4. So I made an offer for both Triple J and Walker. Triple J agrees right away. I'm guessing it's because Walker is going to get matched by the Jazz. And yeah, they do match him. So we get Triple J, still very solid to pair with our young core. And we can even see after a moratorium here if we have any other money that we could use to improve. Yeah, we still got like another max spot. So the tough decision I'm trying to figure out right now, do I move Bub Carrington to the bench, who is still on his rookie deal? He's been playing really solid for us, but he's still only an 80 overall. And we bring in a guy like Trae Young or De'Aaron Fox and literally start competing right now with Ace Bailey, Cam Boozer, Jared McCain? Or do I go the opposite route and pick up maybe like a backup point guard, because Bub will probably progress to like a mid 80s, and look to use the money to just bring in better depth pieces here? That is what I'm struggling right now to try to figure out. All right, so I did throw Trae an offer. Nobody else gave him anywhere near my offer, which wasn't even a full max, and he agrees to it. We are going all in. These other teams, the Rockets, the Nets, have our picks. That doesn't matter anymore. They got like 2 top 3 picks 2 years in a row with them, but now we are bringing in a guy to pair with the young pieces we got by trading KD and Booker to now go all in and compete with this Phoenix Suns squad. I have filled up our bench pieces after that, which you will see who I picked up in a second. All really solid guys. 2026 player progression, huge offseason for us. Getting that, what do we get? The 2nd or 3rd overall pick with the 3rd overall pick with the Thunder. We signed Trae Young, and we bring in a bunch of solid depth pieces in Corey Kispert, who's coming off of a 44 40% season. Amir Coffey, who's coming off a 42% season. And Nick Richards as a solid backup big man who can get boards and be insanely good defensively, getting blocks out there. And even this guy we got from the Mavericks is progressing very quickly too, so that is great to see. Trey does regress by 1, but that's like insignificant. We're gonna have Triple J at the 5. Actually, I'll just show you the lineup in a second. So here's gonna be the lineup for year number 3, the year we finally start to compete after the huge acquisitions we made. 90 overall Trae Young at the 1, 86 overall Jared McCain at the 2, Ace Bailey up to an 85 overall at the 3, rookie Cam Boozer 80 overall at the 4, Jaren goes up to a 90 as our starting center. Ryan Dunn, pretty much the only remaining piece from that 2024 Suns team, is now the 6th man, Bub Carrington 7th man, Richards 8th man, Corey 9th man, and Amir Coffey the 10th man. So we only have a 3.5 star balanced system under Will Hardy because I think Cam Boozer is making it worse, but he should progress honestly and get us up to at least a 4 star. I don't think I'm going to make any trades. Like, I honestly love this team I put together. Even though we're not doing great right now, I think they're going to figure it out. And by the end of the season, we'll be at least in a playoff spot. Third season is about to wrap. We have 1 game left against the Magic. We did not get up to a playoff spot. We actually were around March 1st here, but we ended up losing so much in this last month that it brought us from a 6 to a 9 seed. We're just over a 500 team, 1 game left against the Mavericks, and we lose it, so we are a 500 team. Luka MVP, Cam Boozer, Rookie of the Year, even with Trae Young, Ace Bailey, Jared McCain, Triple J, all these other guys who would get shots up. He still managed to accomplish that, so that's good to see. Murray 6th man on the Hornets, Wemby Depoy, Boogie Most Improved, Tatum Clutch Player, and we do not get any awards on the coach or executive. Do we see any All-NBA guys now? Again, we do not, unfortunately. Any All-Defensive. We see Triple J, all defensive second, so that is good to see from him. And we obviously get Cam Boozer on all rookie first team. First playing game against the Utah Jazz. Will Hardy revenge series here. They still have a pretty similar lineup to real life, but they have Dylan Harper, who's up to an 87 at their 2 spot now, which pretty much evens out with McCain. And they have Taylor Hendricks as their starting 4 at an 82. Can we give ourselves a chance to be a playoff team in this first year, bringing in Trae Young and Triple J? We cannot. We lose right away. I do want to see how everyone played. So Trae did not play the best. Ace Bailey was pretty decent. Yeah, Cam Boozer as a rookie did not shoot efficiently. McCain didn't have a good game. Triple J, Bub had a bad. Honestly, no one here besides maybe Nick Richards had a good game. So that is unfortunate. I really thought picking up Trae would be the difference maker there. And the Thunder get to the finals with the depth guys we gave them for that 3rd overall pick. So it did work out for them. Hopefully it works out for us next season once Cam Boozer gets 1 more year or 1 year under his belt to progress. And they do win it in 7 against the Pacers. Shea obviously gets Finals MVP. I do want to see, wait, who did we end up giving them? Wow, so they actually used Dylan Brooks, who we traded to them along with, I think, Grayson Allen in the 1st. And they used that to get Colin Sexton and a 1st as well. And Colin Sexton ended up helping them win the championship. So, I mean, at least they got the assets used there. All right, 2027 draft lottery. The Rockets still have our picks, but is nowhere near the top this time. It would be at 14. And I don't think we have anything here, so that's pretty unfortunate. The Rockets stay at 14, so I'm honestly not too mad about that. There's literally nothing to do in free agency. Like, we have everyone locked up here. I still think the previous year we just had was kind of a fluke because we had so many young guys who are still progressing, like Ace Bailey now up to a high 80s. Cam Boozer in his 2nd season goes from an 80 to an 87. So that's going to be huge for us. Jared McCain goes from an 86 to an 88. You have Bub getting better off the bench. Kispert's still progressing. Same with Nick Richards. So yeah, I think we just needed to have that 1 year to get the young guys integrated into a winning system with Trae and Triple J, the I guess vets coming in to kind of teach them like they can't mess around. They got to be serious about it. I think we're at 2028. Yeah, we are. So I'm just gonna pretty much run the same lineup here and sim to the end of this season or the trade deadline. Actually, yeah, I'll sim to the trade deadline, see if there's any like trades to make. I'm literally just gonna like do this. You guys can see the lineup quick here. I did reduce the bench utilization in that play-in game because I wanted to give ourselves the best chance while still giving everyone a chance to run. So yeah, pretty much exact same lineup as last year. I am going to sim to the trade deadline, see if there's any trades to make if anyone's playing bad and we have a bad record. If that's not the case, then I'm just going to sim to the end of the season and we'll see what our record is. But right now, we are not doing too great. We are not even at the trade deadline. We're 17-32 and a 14 seed with this roster, bro. I do not understand what's going on. I need to take a look at some like advanced stats or something here and try to figure this out. So we pretty much just suck on defense. We put up the second most points per game in the league, but we allow the second most as well. And our point differential is a bottom in the league as well. How are we looking for 3-point percentage? We are top team in the league in 3-point percentage. So it seems like we gotta upgrade the defense here. So I've identified that the bench seems to be the main problem. And if that doesn't fix it, then Trae Young is gonna have to get traded probably in the offseason. So first move we're gonna do, I do not know what the Nuggets are doing. They brought in Joel Embiid and literally don't have a serviceable point guard. So, and they already have like 2 shooting guards who they could play here. Small forward wise, they don't have anyone great. Power forward, they have Randall. It would honestly make sense for them to like move Embiid to the 4, Randall to the 3, and do something like that. Either way, they could put Kispert at the 3 spot, bring in Bob Carrington as the new starting point guard. We're gonna get Julian Strawther here, who is a better defender and is having a really good season than Ian Jackson as well, who is young, was a 2nd-round pick, but is also having a really good season and is a better defender. So yeah, we're gonna do this with the Nuggets at the 2028 or 2027 deadline, or not even at the deadline. We're not even there yet because we're so bad, but they agreed to it. Now for the final trade, you might think I'm crazy for this, but we're gonna move off of Amir Coffey, who is shooting very well for us, but is a negative player and not a good defender. We're also gonna get rid of Ryan Dunn, who's now in his mid-20s, having a very bad season, but has shown he has the potential to be really good. So that is the main thing, giving him value here. We're gonna bring back Denny, who is having a pretty good season, honestly, one of the best of his career. He is a solid defender, and we're actually gonna bring Ben Simmons here to help our defense out. He doesn't shoot the 3, and he's still pretty efficient from the field. And that's pretty much all we need him to do, be efficient from the field and help bring our defense up. So this is the trade we are going to do here with the Trailblazers, and they agree. Now here's our new 10-man lineup, keeping the same starting 5, who didn't seem to be the problem, but completely revamping our bench pretty much mid-season. Yeah, same starting 5, but we're gonna have Strawther, Denny, Nick Richards, Ian Jackson, and Ben Simmons gonna come off the bench as our PG. We're the 14th seed right now, like you saw previously. Let's see if those trades even help us to at least get into the play-in again and fight for a spot for the playoffs. This is absolutely insane to me, man. We stayed as the 14th seed after completely upgrading the bench, in my opinion, and we don't even make it into a play-in this year that was supposed to be the jump, going from back to a play-in team to a solidified playoff team. 1 game left against the Pacers and we win it. It doesn't really matter. Highly doubt we have anyone on awards here. Yeah, we do not. Highly doubt we have any. Okay, we have Cam Boozer, actually, all NBA 2nd team. Here are his stats: 18, 10, and 6 with a steal and 2 blocks, shooting much better. So he doesn't seem to be the problem. Ace Bailey doesn't make any teams here. And we get Jaren Jackson still all defensive, so at least he's being helpful there. I think Trae's the problem, bro. We're gonna do 1 final season here, which would be, I think, the 5th season. Thunder make it back to now go against the Raptors with Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg's leading the Raptors to the finals already. Ace Bailey, who is the pick after him, can't help the Suns even get into a playoff spot. Cooper Flagg leads him to a championship already. Ace Bailey, again, can't even get his team into a playoff spot. That is depressing, bro. Kevin Durant also retires, so his era in Houston didn't amount to anything either, which is unfortunate for him. He's going to be known as the guy who got his championship only because he went to team up with Steph Curry and couldn't lead the team to there by himself. We have the first projected odds via that Philly pick we got, which I do not remember where we got it, but we got it. So that would be huge for us to have pick number 1 and Trey maybe to literally get like a 99 overall player if it's possible. And we fall to pick number 2, but honestly, that is still really good to have. And that would help us a lot to get a potentially like Hall of Fame level player. Okay, the Nuggets were the worst team in the league last year despite the trade we made with them and giving them an actual point guard. And it is time to see if we can bring Jokic here. He's done with Denver. They're cooked. They're never going to get back there with him again because they don't have the roster to do it. We have the roster that has the potential to do it, but we need that guy to lead us and bring us to the promised land. Triple J, Ben Simmons, pick number 2 for Jokic. We got to get someone at like Jokic level here, I think, to help us win a championship in this final season. They do not agree to it. What if we throw on another pick? They still don't. I'm literally going to throw on all my picks for them. They still don't agree. All right, this might seem like a huge overpay, but I would also throw on Denny, who like they could use Denny, Triple J. Or actually, they can't use Triple J. They could use Denny as a guy to flip again, but Triple J is probably expiring. But they could flip him at the trade deadline if they wanted to do that. I would be shocked if they don't agree to this, bro. They were the last team in the league. Their roster is cooked, bro. Embiid is down to an 87. He's going to regress even more. His contract even expired. They have Julius Randle, who's a mid-80s, not playing well. Like, Bob Carrington could leave. And other than that, everyone's, like, pretty bad. So let's see if they agree to this. They still do not agree. Okay, the Bucks have also fallen off a cliff, so Giannis is our next guy to go for. We're going to start with the same offer, Jaren, Ben, and pick number 2. They send the same thing that the Nuggets did, so we're going to keep throwing on the first. Come on, one more first, get it done. Damn, bro, I really have to throw on Denny again here too. Like, I'm depleting my whole depth to get you. They still don't agree to it. That is crazy. Jason Tatum is next on the list. The Celtics were a 12 seed out of the play-in. Triple J got to be Denny this time, though, to make the money work instead of Ben Simmons. And pick number 2, bro, they also don't agree to that. This is crazy, man. Your team is not competitive, and you don't want to get like a generational player with a top pick, multiple guys you could even flip for even more picks, and like restart and reset your roster. This is like the best we can do. They won't agree to it. All right, first order of business, we're trading Trae Young and 2 first-round picks to get a lower overall player in Tyrese Halliburton, but someone who I think is going to be way more effective on this roster, being able to dish the ball just as much or even better and still be serviceable defensively, as well as I'm trying to just bring the overall height of our guards up, so we have a 6'5" guard now instead of a 6'1" guard. And Trae Young, Pacers were just above a 500 team at 42-40. Hasn't worked out with them and Halliburton, so they're gonna look for something new and pick up 2 picks that could work out for them if we're still awful. So they're gonna agree to that. Next trade we're gonna do is moving off Denny, Ben Simmons, Vince Williams, and the 2nd overall pick to get Jalen Duren, who would be our new starting center, and Triple J would be moved after that for probably depth pieces. The Bulls were, I think, the 9 seed when I last checked. They still have young talent here that they could put on the come up, but it has not worked out for them. So this would give them a bunch of depth pieces here, solid depth guys who could help them at least be more competitive, as well as bringing in potentially a future generational talent at pick number 2. They should agree to this. I'd be shocked if they don't, and they do agree to it. And we're actually gonna wait on trading Jaren after we get through team player options and all this stuff here. We're obviously gonna bring these 2 main guys back. We're obviously gonna bring both of these guys back as well. All right, we got all our guys back and brought in Ryan Rollins to potentially be a backup PG. He might not even get minutes though. He might just be there as an end of the bench guy if someone fouls out. I changed my mind. I'm gonna keep Jaren, but he's moving to a bench role, so he should be more effective there. He does go down 1 overall because I moved him there. But Cam Boozer is up to a 92, Ace Bailey up to an 89, McCain up to an 89. So we have damn near 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys who are high 80s to 90 overalls. Strother still getting better too. Ian Jackson getting better. This is it, bro. This trade deadline, if we're not at least like a top team, I'm gonna make some huge final moves to try to get us there. But if it doesn't work out, then the game's just cooked. This is our final lineup, at least it should be, for year number 5. We have Halliburton, McCain, Ace, Boozer, and Duren as our starting 5. Triple J, 6th man, Strother, 7th man, Ian Jackson, 8th man, and we are actually not gonna run a 9-man or even a 10-man rotation. Rollins and Richards are gonna be here as insanely impactful guys if we have a point guard or shooting guard fouls out, or if Triple J or Jalen Duren foul out. We have a 4-star balanced system under Will Hardy, and it's tied for the best one, so we're just gonna stay there. Let's sim this last season and see if this team can finally get it done with the big moves again, I would say, in this last offseason we just had. We are at the trade deadline. We're 33-18, which is only good enough for 5th in the West. The West is absolutely stacked this year. The Kings are a 10 seed though, and there is no way they're gonna make the playoffs. Like, they're way off even the 9th seed. And they have guys like Sabonis still starting there, who we could use as a backup big man in replacement of Triple J because he's not having a good season. And they have Michael Porter off the bench. We bring him back here. He could move to that 4 spot, and we have even more depth there. So I think that's the move I'm gonna look to make. So yeah, like I said, Triple J not having a very good shooting season from the field, yeah, but from 3-point percentage, he's not great. Still not grabbing boards well, even worse than last season. We bring in a guy like Sabonis, who grabs boards very well, not shooting the best from 3, but off the bench, he's probably not gonna shoot as many, so it should bring his percentage back up to around 35, which would be great, and he could help with playmaking off the bench. Then we get Michael Porter Jr., who is a much better shooter than Triple J off the bench, like he is in Sacramento, would still be around the same. So we're gonna look to do this trade with them at the final, I think 2029 trade deadline, and they agree. And this is our official final lineup. Same starting 5 as before, but now you have Sabonis as our backup big man. And like I said, Michael Porter Jr. gonna be like a backup small forward, power forward for us. The lineup looks insanely good, man. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 90 overalls in the starting lineup. We have 2, 3 pretty much mid-80s guys off the bench. If this isn't enough, I don't know what is. 5th and final season is about to wrap. The Triple J trade in this last trade deadline was huge because it got us from the 5th seed to the 2 seed. So we went, I think, 4 straight years either a play-in team or completely missing the playoffs, to in this final season jumping all the way up to a top 2 seed in the West. Last game against the Spurs, which is going to be tough. Actually, they're only 46-35, so it shouldn't be that bad, and we actually win it. So 55 win season, I think we saw there. Do we see any awards for this final year? We do not. The Thunder are the obvious favorite to win it. We should get some All-NBA guys. We get Cam Boozer again, All-NBA second. He's up to 22, 11, and 6 with a steal and a half, 2 blocks, still shooting pretty good. No one on 3rd team, which is surprising though. Do we get any all-defensive? We get Cam Boozer there as well. So he is pretty much like our main guy here. And yeah, actually the Spurs were a play-in team. I thought they were like a top seed. So we're gonna have the Spurs in the first round, who we just beat, which is a pretty good thing for us. Can we end this video on a high note? It has been a struggle. We lose the first game. Come on, bro. Don't do this to me, 2K. At least let me get out of here without sweating. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And we get out of there in 5, so they didn't have to make me sweat with the first game. Second round, Timberwolves now have Scoot Henderson to pair with Anthony Edwards, and they brought in Zach Edey. So they have a big 3 of Scoot, Ant, and Edey, with role guys in Mackenzie Mbako and Aaron Gordon there to round off their starting lineup. Game number 1, we lose the first game again. We go down 2-0, bro. This game cannot be serious. I feel like our team has been good enough at least the last 2 seasons to at least make a conference finals run, and they're making me go down in the second round in this last year. We take 1 though. We take 2. We're tied up now. We go up 3-2, and we reverse sweep them to now have our toughest matchup that is possible. The number 1 seed, OKC Thunder, 98 Shea, 88 Trey Johnson, 94 AJ DeBanson, 93 Jalen Williams. 95 Chet Holmgren. Honestly, I think we're cooked. Can we take game number 1? We can. First game number 1 we've taken this whole playoff run. They tied up though. They go up 2-1. They go up 3-1. I'm literally gonna run a 6-man lineup here to try to get us to come back somehow. Will that be enough to take game number 5? It is not enough. We lose in 5 to the Thunder in the conference finals, and they sweep the Celtics to win it all. AJ DeBansa is your finals MVP. This roster is so good, man. I'm just gonna run it back once more. Like, it's already 3 in the morning right now. I've been filming this for over 2 hours, surprisingly, because of how long it's taken to like look into trades and stuff. But I'm gonna do one last year, skip everything, free agency, trade deadline, just go to the end of the next season to the start of the playoffs and see if they can make a run to win a championship. All right, we had a bit of a fall off from our 2 seed last year, but we still made it in as a 4 seed. So that's good that we made it into a legitimate playoff spot 2 years in a row. First round against the Jazz. Can we end this video off on a high note? We're tied up, we go up 2-1, tied up 2-2, we're up 3-2. We get out of there in 6. Second round against the 1 seed Mavericks. Do they still have Luka? They do still have Luka. They have Nick Smith, Donnie Freeman, P. Will, and Derek Lively. Definitely winnable if you look at our lineup compared to theirs. Game number 1 goes to them. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to them. We cannot go down 3-1 here. Okay, we tied up 2-2. They go up 3-2. This is it, bro. This is the video. Can we force a game 7, or is it all over? Does 2K hate the Phoenix Suns? We go to a game 7. Gotta simulate this one with Simcast for the suspense and jump in if it is close. So far, they are up. It is a close game though, pretty back and forth, going halfway through the second. They start pulling away at the start of the third, and they are up almost 20 halfway through the third. We start fighting back a bit though, but it does not look like it's enough. The Mavericks are gonna almost blow us out. We make a push in the 4th here. No, it's not enough. They beat us by 7 points to eliminate us in the 2nd round. Closeout game. Ace Bailey goes off. Strother goes off. McCain goes off. Jalen Duren also pretty much went off. Halliburton did not shoot well, but put up the assist. Boozer did not shoot well either, but was good on the other ends, giving us 4 blocks, 8 boards, 8 assists. And in the 2nd straight year, we lose to the team that wins the championship. Luka Doncic absolutely dominated the timeline in this rebuild. I think he won 3 or 4 championships in the 6 years we've done here. Absolutely blows my mind. I don't know if you guys can see that, that's my bad. Absolutely blows my mind. This team here, this roster, could not win a championship, bro. I don't care if Boozer's 22. I don't care if Bailey's 23. I don't care if McCain's only 26. Duran's only 26. This starting lineup that we had here should have dominated every other team except for OKC last year, which is why I did this last season. But even that Mavericks lineup we lost to should not have even been close for them. That is very unfortunate. I think this is the first rebuild since I started coming back with the rebuilds again that we didn't win. So maybe 2K was just like, you've been winning too much, we got to give you an L. Or maybe 2K just hates the Suns. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, leave a like. Helps a lot for motivation to keep making these videos and not just doing these rebuilds for fun on my own. Subscribe if you want to see a new rebuild every week, which I am trying to do and so far have been keeping up with. But yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you guys are doing well. See you in the next one. Peace.